Hey guys, I'm back. 3:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm back on the Himawari 8 full disc natural color. That's the best one. I checked all these out. Trust me, this is the best one. You missed that. And these are all weather bands. They'll just show you weather type action. And yeah. So anyway, here it is. Same deal. Around 1340, start seeing some light. There's all the pixelation. Looks like they got this whole area pixelated out. This thing must be pretty big. Must be throwing a lot of light. I'm sure these aren't the only reflections. This couple we're seeing here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of light being thrown. Now, one guy, Chef Jimmy, he mentioned on yesterday's video in the comment section, why hasn't anyone posted any pictures of this thing? And that I cannot say. I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. Man, please, if you guys see anything on Facebook or whatever, hook us up with the links so we can check it out. I mean, I'm not sure how big this thing is. It might be not that big and just close by these weather satellites, because this is the Himawari. Apparently it's parked in geosynchronous orbit, and you just get this side of the globe. And then the GOES 16, the one I show you in the morning, that's GOES 16 east, so it's parked over the eastern side of the globe. This is on the western side of the globe, and you just get these shots. So they're pretty much in geosynchronous stationary orbit. See what I'm talking about? It's all pixelated out. Now I pulled up an old video of mine, the first one that I started using this natural color UMASat feature, just to see if it looked any different. And click full screen for a second here. It really doesn't. Pretty much same time, same station, Batman. 1400 UTC. Getting the double beams, and it looks around 1340, same deal. Well, that doesn't want to help me out here. But anyway, you see what I'm talking about. It's the same. So, what did I just do? I must have knocked something out. So here it is here. This is the live look today, 23rd, 2018, around 11 p.m. You add you add 11 hours to these things, or subtract 5 hours on the GOES. You add 11 on this for the Australia time. So anyway, there it is. I pulled up ACE. There's the last 3 days. I showed you that this morning. The gap's going away. Got a little gap here, a couple hours. So these big objects that we're blocking, or one single, well, it must have been two objects, we're blocking the solar wind data coming to ACE, have moved along. We still have one little trailer there. We'll see how it looks tonight. Whoops. Pulled up Discover, which is up there at the same L1 Lagrange point, and apparently it's still down because they switched over to the NASA ACE spacecraft data. And here's a 1-day sample. So there's that gap we're seeing on the 3-day, around the 2300 hour. This is actually better for a close-up view, so you can drag the cursor and see numbers. You can see down here, the purple, that's solar wind speed. That's still very low. Average is 400 kilometers to 700 kilometers per second. You're still getting these up and down little spots here and there and everywhere. And I still maintain that that's coming from some type of a magnetic interference, perhaps a magnetosphere from some of those objects that were blocking the solar wind data reaching ACE. See what I'm talking about? Density's back to well, it's below normal actually. That's around the 4 to 6 atoms per cubic centimeter is normal. So these are all numbers are all below. There's 4, so it's starting to get back. It got up to 7 something, 8, 9, 10. So it's 12. So it's pretty much fluctuating now, and it's on the rise. It looks like the phi angle, and check out the Solar Ham tutorial in the description box. Anything 180 or 180 is a direct sun to earth connect. 0 would be a direct earth to sun connect, and it looks like they got 0 wiped out here. They started at 40 going up to 400 for some reason instead of 0 to 360. So these phi angles are below 180. So basically the Earth's been connecting with the sun, except for here we had an instability and reconnected back to Nemesis. See the numbers, 367, 387. Then it went back to Earth for a short period of time. It looked like it was still trying to connect to Nemesis. So we got that 398 number in there. When we got those high numbers, then there's 46. So it went back to Earth, the Sun connect, and it jumped back to 391. So it went back to a Nemesis connect, then back to Earth again. So you see these small fluctuations. See the 376. So that just shows you how unstable it is in the interplanetary magnetic field. And you can see it all through here. Now it started making a connect back to Nemesis around 1820 UTC today. And I tried to check this with the ISWA run, but unfortunately the ISWA run runs out at 1809 UTC, so we can't really compare. Here's the latest ISWA run. These 3 are synced. Last 300 frames. Got some missing time around 2202. Well, actually, it's 2222, and then it jumps to 2302. We'll let that run back around again, and if I catch it, I'll show it to you again. Here's the solar wind speed numbers, and this is a geosynchronous orbit I'm talking about, where the Himawari is. Apparently it's parked on the western side, whichever side that would be, and the GOES 16 East is parked on the eastern side. These ones here, looks like they go round and round. They're the ones that are giving us this data. So all these solar wind speed numbers are all coming from these satellites, not from ACE. Where I showed you those were on the decline. SIG jumps up into 5s. Now that I don't know. I can't explain that because based on the solar wind numbers on ACE, we shouldn't be getting big hits on the magnetopause bow shock coming from the sun side. So whatever may be past the ACE satellite, somehow it's generating or maybe slingshotting some of these. That's what it probably is. Probably slingshotting some of the solar wind from the sun. Maybe it's bunching up like I showed you on the density, and then every once in a while when one of the field lines from the planets that passed ACE that were blocking the solar wind speed data coming and solar wind data coming from the sun. Maybe they're slingshotting something toward the Earth. That's all I can figure, because I really don't think there's a second sun out here in front of the planet. It's definitely behind though. Nemesis is definitely back here. You see all the huge pressure, electron pressure. You see the polar cap field lines balling up and trying to expel all this very intense plasma energy. Sometimes they close, they go red. You garner some extra energy from the Earth to expel these blue plasma numbers. Okay, I'll show you that missing time real quick. See, there's 22, 1022, 2209. See how the arrows are starting to point all toward the Earth, and the solar wind speeds up. Then watch, it's going to jump to 2249, and then all of a sudden we go to 230221. So we got like 4 hours missing there, where something bad happened. Who knows? It could have been a magnetopause reversal. Could be anything. But usually when it jumps back, comes back, then we're having some big type of discharge, as you can see there. So start this thing playing again. Oh, darn it. Try to line it back up with the other one. $713. So I'm waiting for this to get to 713. And then I'm going to flip it. Flip it. Okay, they're back running together again. So you see what I'm saying? And then here's the electron belts. These are all the electrons bleeding in around the Earth. I've seen some blue coming in. So we haven't seen any blue on this monitor, and we have more green too, along with occasional red now. Look at that. That got lit up. That was around, right around 1300 TC today. So what happened at 1300 UTC on here? There's 1257. Well, you could see all the pressure coming in from Nemesis, electron pressure. And apparently some of it snuck through. You saw it bleed in there. So I'll try to sync this back up. So I'm waiting for this to get to 841, then I'll turn it back on. Alright, there we go. Okay, well, I showed you that. This one here, you can see the false post shock in the back of the Earth. Those lines. And all this whited out stuff, I would submit to you that that is intense electrons, even higher energy electrons than those blacks and purples that show up when the high energy electrons get to a high level. Look at that. I mean, that was lit up all around the Earth. It's not looking good, guys. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you Willa real quick. Hurricane, not Hurricane Willa. Still, it's not a hurricane. It has to be 76 mile per hour sustained wind speed. You got top 67, 68 in this small little northeast quadrant. Hasn't moved much. It was over back here this morning. I checked the video. So they're parking it. They're trying to garner some more precip, I think, before they move it on shore. That's my opinion. Running out of time. God bless. Love you in the Lord. Peace, and I'm out.